Hello, my fellow creatures. Today we're going to be talking about some of my phobias that I have. Um, and the reason I'm telling about my phobias is because it looks like it was the highest, not the highest, but one of tied from Twitter. I had posted a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I have a couple phobias, and I'm going to go from least to highest. The least phobia I used to have as a child was stink bugs. It's because I saw a picture of this bug that looks like a stink bug that would give you holes in your skin. And I didn't want that. I was scared. I didn't want that on my skin. So I got so scared as a kid that I just never wanted to touch or be near a stink bug. I found out it was a different type of bug. It wasn't a stink bug. It just happens to look similar to a stink bug. And that's when I found that out, I grew out of that fear and, nor my daily life. Um, Another fear I have is elevators and mirrors. So elevators and mirrors, I get very scared of. Uh, Elevators being a little bit higher than mirrors. Mirrors, I have a phobia of. I don't have a mirror in my room. I don't have it anywhere near me. The only mirror that I have is the bathroom, and that's the only place it's going to stay. Um, I have a fear of them because they look like a different person projecting as me, like it's a different world, a different universe, like a portal. And the energy I received from mirrors is very negative. That may sound weird of me feeling energy, but I do feel a negative energy when it comes to mirrors, and that's why I have a very dislikes of the mirrors, and I get scared. My body starts to shake a bit, and every time I look straight into the mirror, um, I could feel the negative and the fear inside of me that I just end up walking away. I can't do mirrors. Um, Elevators. Elevators the same thing. Except it's not much of an energy, but the fear I have what's gonna happen. Uh, I'm very extremely scared of elevators. I tend to shake, my heart starts to race, and I start to panic. Like I just wanted to get out of the elevator. And I have the fear of that while I'm walking into an elevator, the door would close on me and crush me in half, or it will close on me but holds me and doesn't open. So while the elevator goes up or down, it literally cuts me in half. I have a fear that while I'm in the elevator, the cord will break or something and start boom, fall down, crash, boom, I'm dead. Um, that's my fear. That's why every time I go into an elevator when I have to, like I don't have a choice, I would hang on to the the handles that's on the side of the elevator. I would clench it so tight. I would have my knees bent like one of those NPC characters where they have their arms down, bent, like bent downwards but up, and then their knees bent down like a crab or something. That's how I look like when I get on the elevator. I get so scared, and I just don't like it. I try to avoid it as best as possible. I would either go on an escalator if I'm wearing sandals, but if I'm wearing sneakers that requires laces, then I would most likely go up the stairs. I would, even if it's like a high, tall building, I would just walk up the stairs. I would not care. I would not get on that elevator. The only time I would get on the elevator if it's required and I need to. Um, and now we're on to my biggest fear I have the most of all. Actually, no. One more thing. I recently got a fear of roller coasters, which I never used to be afraid of. I never used to be afraid of roller coasters, but ever since I saw Final Destination when I got older, the fear started to grow into me about roller coasters. That something might happen, which sucks because I love roller coasters. And I didn't want something like that to ruin the fun for me. I want to enjoy life as much as possible. And for the movie to ruin that, it kind of sucks. So I try to push myself, but I tend to freeze. So people have a fight or flight response when it comes to being scared, but I don't have a fight or flight. I have the third one, which is called a freeze. I freeze up like a statue. And when I get scared, I stay still, like I can't move. And it's not something that I do on purpose. My body automatically gets into that lock position, and I literally can't move. Like my body becomes paralyzed in its place. Um, so every time I get near a roller coaster or about to go on, I start to slowly start to freeze up, and my body starts to get very stiff every time I walk or move. And it's the most terrible feeling to have. I'd rather have a fight or flight. Freeze is such a worst feeling to have when it comes to scare response. And then my highest fear of all. This is going to be so weird to people because I've been told that it's very strange and weird. And my parents have told me stories that this phobia I have, I've always had since I was a child. I've always had since the day I was born. I had friends that would bully me and tease me because of this phobia. The phobia I have is human-like dolls. I cannot do dolls for the life of me. If it's stuffed, plushy dolls, then maybe it depends. But if it's an actual like Barbie doll or that American Life doll or that silicone baby dolls, I can't do dolls, period. I have a huge high phobia towards dolls. My body starts to shake like it's freezing cold. My heart starts to pound really hard, like someone is punching me in the chest, and it hurts like hell. I freeze up really badly, so my body gets extremely stiff. I can't move until I get to that panic mode. Um, have you ever feel like your anxiety has gone up so high that your body automatically runs? That's how it was like for me. I can't do dolls. And my parents have told me stories where ever since I was a child, they would never buy me a doll. And the reason that is because that one time they bought me a doll, I broke the head apart from the body, broke the limbs apart from each other, and threw it in the trash. I never kept dolls. I never liked the dolls. And I have a huge fear of dolls. And it's a mixture of the fear I have with mirrors and elevators mixed together. The energy I receive from dolls is very negative, and it sends chills right down my spine. And I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen towards me from that doll. That sounds kind of stupid. I can understand it sounds stupid, but I do have that thought process and that fear because of that. I feel like something's going to happen to me because of the doll. If you have ever seen like Annabelle or the boy, Chucky, which is the most terrified movie to man for me, I never get scared with any horror movie. All the horror movies I'm chill with. Yeah, there's jump scares here and there and I jump, but it doesn't actually scare me. But Chucky, on the other hand, I only watched 1 or 2 movies, but I didn't watch it by myself. I watched it with a friend. And I had nightmares I cannot joke with you guys. I had nightmares about Chucky killing me and attacking me. Dolls coming to life, random ass dolls. Nightmares in my sleep for the whole 2 weeks. And I could not sleep for the life of me. I'd end up becoming scared to sleep because it might come true. So that's kind of where my insomnia comes in, but not really. But it's one of the reasons. I have a huge phobia with dolls. I can't do it. And if you guys seen the Puss in Boots movie where death starts coming towards Puss and his fur starts to spike up and he starts to freeze, his eyes gets big, he's panting back and forth, trying to catch air but couldn't, his heart pounding really hard, his hands shaking, and then he got into that break point where he starts to run. That's me when it comes to dolls. And I got bullied for this in school. People made fun of me because of this fear. We would have health class and they would chase me around with dolls, knowing that I'm afraid of them. And I kid you not, I was crying my eyes out. I was just bulging out, crying. That's how terrified I was. And to this day, I'm still, to this day, still terrified of dolls. I find it the most scariest thing. And if you put me in a elevator that is like shut down, a shut down elevator that's closed, but an elevator that's mirrored with a bunch of dolls in there, you won't see me alive. I'm gone. It's the most terrifying thing ever. That dolls is like the imagine the dolls, the cherry on top of a cake. It's done. It's over with. There's nothing else that can get higher than that for me. Um, and those are my phobias. If you see me draw characters that are like doll-like, it's because it's supposed to be a horror type deal and not like cutesy wootsy like most people would do it because I don't like dolls. So I try to make it scary as possible, but sometimes people enjoy dolls and I can't control that. So if you like my doll characters, well, happy for you guys, but I won't be able to handle it. Um, Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me down below and hit that bell notification to get notified for the next video that I'm going to be posting. Comment down below what your phobia is or your opinion about the phobias I have. I would like to know your thought process beyond it if you like to share. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I would post stuff on Twitter of votes and stuff, and then Instagram I post my drawings. And to keep it between you and me, there's 2. So I will put that down below eventually. Right now it's in the work process, but you can get to my Instagram that shows my digital artwork where I'm going to be posting it on. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this fun video. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Magical beings in my head, these chimeric beings, they're my friends. They turn my dreams into reality, oh, and I can say it makes my soul complete, oh.